Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse, take a close-up look and then plug it in and see it light up. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. It is the successor to Logitech's G203 Prodigy gaming mouse, which is now discontinued. So this is the black version. It's also available in white. And taking a look at the back of the box, there are some features of the mouse. So it does have a 200 to 8000 dpi optical sensor resolution with up to 5 presets. And it does have customizable RGB lighting with approximately 16.8 million colors. So the mouse has a total of 6 buttons, all of which are programmable. And taking a look at this side of the box, there are some technical specifications of the mouse. And now let's go ahead and open it up. But of course, cutting apart the clear sticky seal that's keeping the box securely closed, and let's pop up that box flap and take a look directly inside the box right there. Let's slide the contents out and let's continue to do that. So there are some papers that come with the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. So now the box is emptied, we can set it to the side. So let's set it on the right hand side of the frame, right there, and spreading the contents across the tabletop. So that's everything you get with the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. So let's start off by first taking a look at this paper right here. So there is some safety information. And it is quite a comprehensive safety information leaflet comprising of several panels and quite probably several languages as well. Okay, so yes, let's set that aside. On the right hand side of the frame, and moving right along, there's a Logitech G sticker right here with a nice glossy finish. Set that down on the right hand side of the frame, and moving right along, there's a Logitech, not sure what this is, but we'll find out in just a second by opening it up. So there's a thank you for choosing to play with Logitech G. So thank you card here for choosing this Logitech G product, which is the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. Gonna set that down on the right hand side of the frame, and then we can move on to the mouse itself. So over here is the mouse. You can see it with its cable coiled around the mouse itself. Let's slide that protective packet off and setting that to the side, and then taking a look at the mouse. So I'm just going to set the mouse down so that you have a nice clear view, as it is freshly removed from its protective packet right there. So that's the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. And let's start off by taking a look at the cable. So the mouse cable or cord right here has a USB Type A connector, as you can see, just a standard USB connector, the USB A or USB type A. So giving you a complete look right there. So it does have the Logitech G branding on it. And giving you an overall look at the cable. So let's undo, of course, the cable tie so you have a good idea of the cable length. So specifications does show as 2.1 meters long. So let's just undo the cable tie so you have a better sense of it through this video. As soon as I can undo this cable tie, so interestingly, right there. So over there, as you can see, somewhat coiled up, but at least you have some idea of this 2.1 meter long cable for the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. Okay, so just making some slight adjustments around just to free up some space on the tabletop. Okay, so moving right up the cable length, as you can see right there, giving you a better look at the USB connector end of this gaming mouse and giving you an idea of the cable or cord material, just simple insulated cord, not nylon braided or anything fancy like that. So moving right along that cable all the way up to the mouse end of the cable, of course, is the mouse itself. So the mouse does feel quite light in weight, so it's 85 grams in weight. And take a look around as well, so on the underside and from top down as well, giving you an all-round look at this gaming mouse. And to give you some idea of the size as well, so of course it does have a classic design, no fancy shapes or anything like that. Almost somewhat ambidextrous in design or symmetrical. So right there, you have some idea. And then of course, resting my fingers on it as well. So right there, giving you some idea as to the size of this mouse. So very, very, very light in weight. And taking a look on the underside as well, giving you all kinds of perspective of this Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. So the difference between this and the G203 Prodigy, in which it replaces, is the LIGHTSYNC RGB lighting. That is the only difference. The sensor and everything else remains identical or the same. So right there, give you an all-round look. So it does have 6 buttons in total, all of which are programmable or customizable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 altogether, and you see the Logitech G branding. Of course, this translucent middle layer does allow the RGB LEDs to glow through it, as well as this G branding or symbol or logo. And right there, giving you a nice complete view, front on as well. And of course, we'll do a click test as we always do with our mouse and keyboard unboxings. So right here, going to do that click right there, just very quickly, just tapping them through. And of course, I'm going to do it much slower in just a moment. So just giving you a rough idea. Just tapping through. So DPI toggle button right there, mouse scroll button, left click, right click, and then side buttons, back and forwards. Okay, so nice, good look. So I'm going to do it one more time. So there you have it. All the different clicks and actuations of all 6 buttons, including the scroll wheel scroll as well. So the scroll wheel does have a rubber coating on it, so it is quite grippy, and just giving you a closer up look right there to the horizontal grooves on the rubber coated scroll wheel and that matte finish or body of this mouse. Okay, so right there, and now just giving you an idea of the noise or sounds it makes with my fingers over it or hand over it and it resting on the tabletop or surface, so at least that is more representative of the true sound or noise the mouse would make when in use. Okay, so right there, and in terms of glide, it does have a pretty decent glide. Taking a look on the underside, you see it does have 4 small skates or feet on each of the corners of the mouse. And just taking a look right there, giving you some better idea in terms of the profile of the mouse right there. So just tightening up the mouse cable slightly in the background so it doesn't interfere too much with the foreground while still keeping it in view right there. So a bit of juggling around, so as best I can, just trying to keep things nice and neat. So right there you can see that matte texture contrasted with that central panel right there with the DPI toggle button with its 5 presets, the scroll wheel and scroll button. So once again, the most noticeable thing about this mouse, just handling it, is its weight. It's just so light in weight. And size, of course, classic size and design in terms of shape. Right there, nothing too extravagant, just simple and understated, with a nice decent glide for its weight. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is to plug it in and see it light up. So let's go ahead and plug the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse and see it light up. So over here I do have the Alienware M17XR3 laptop with the Logitech G Hub installed. So that's the software that allows you to customize and tweak your Logitech mouse settings. So let's go ahead and plug the mouse into a port. Not quite done yet just yet. I'm just trying to set the mouse in a visible position right there before I plug the USB plug in right now. And there we go. You can see the mouse just glow very briefly with that light, while G Hub or the laptop is detecting the mouse and setting it up. So give it a few moments and there we go. So it is, as you can see, that the Logitech G203 is connected and responding quite nicely right there, and the light has come on the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. So the RGB lighting, just giving you a look at that lovely intense glow around the upper and lower parts of the mouse, as well as the Logitech G logo right there. So giving you a nice and complete view right there of the mouse, side view as well. And on the underside. So right there, I'm just going to set it down so you have some idea of what it looks like, or how it would look on a tabletop with its lights coming out from the mouse. So you can see that by default the RGB LEDs are cycling through a myriad of colors and doing so very, very smoothly as well. No flicker, very super smooth transitions as it cycles through a range of colors. So just going to give you that close-up look with that cycling or transitioning through a multitude of colors. And let's just launch the Logitech G Hub software right there, just to take a quick look as best I can show you. And let's go ahead and click on and launch G Hub right there. And just going to drag the window across so you can see a little bit more while trying to keep the mouse in view. So a bit of a juggling act here, doing my best to try and keep everything in view. Okay. Okay, so you can see the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC mouse detected and showing on the Logitech G Hub software. So when you click on the mouse, it will give you a range of settings. So I'm going to slide the laptop across a little bit more so you can see the different customization settings for the mouse. So right there, LIGHTSYNC presets, color wave, and sorry, just trying to move the mouse in view again. So color wave, and just moving the box around a little bit. Okay, so LIGHTSYNC color wave effect, horizontal, rate 8000 milliseconds, brightness at 100%. And then there's freestyle where you can select the different colors, and then animation. So I'm just going to cycle through the default settings right now. So in terms of assignments, you can see that all 6 buttons can be customized for different actions. And then the sensitivity as well. So actually 4 presets, as you can see, 4 presets right there. And of course the report rate as well. So it does have a 1 millisecond report rate, which can be lowered even further right here. And let's take a look at the lighting options, which I think is one of the key features of this updated LIGHTSYNC G203 gaming mouse. So taking a look at the color wave, let's try fixed. So fixed does give you that locked color, and you can see this is reminiscent to the now discontinued G203 Prodigy, which this mouse replaces. And then there's cycling, of course, right there. And of course you can adjust the different speeds of the cycling rate. There's breathing, in which you can see fading in and out. So color wave, you can see the colors just switching or transitioning from one color to the next in a wave-like pattern. And let's see what this color blend is. Color blend just transitions from one color to the next in a breathing pattern right there. And let's see what else there is. There's a screen sampler, not quite sure what this is. Okay, so let's click on the screen. Okay, not quite sure what that does. More time to explore at some point, but for this video, just going to do a quick run through of what's what. Audio visualer does, if I understand, does reflect the light to the music that you play, so it does kind of change with the music or audio that comes through. And I think this screen sampler, it just copies the color or replicates the color in which the mouse is over, or at least what the screen is projecting. Okay, so let's go back and go back to the color wave that started us off when we plug the mouse in. So that was the default. And of course the lighting is adjustable as well. Let's just give it a quick twirl and set it to the quickest setting at 1000 milliseconds. So right there you can see how quickly that wave is transitioning or working, or just about. And then just lowering the speed right there as well, so you can see just some idea of the different effects of the mouse using the Logitech G Hub software. And the brightness also can be adjusted, so you can lower the brightness for the mouse as well as adjust the rate the effect works at. Okay, so that's some of the cool things that you can do with the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse in conjunction with the Logitech G Hub software. So that's the Logitech G203 LIGHTSYNC gaming mouse. Thanks for watching and happy gaming!